If you want to make your truck stand out, or you're looking for that finishing touch to your build, then this LED Grille Light kit will be the perfect fit for your 2020 and newer Silverado 2500 or 3500. Designed to fit perfectly in the upper section of your grille, this is a simple and affordable way to get a little more style on the front end of your truck. A little extra lighting doesn't go amiss in most instances, especially if you want to make your truck look just that bit more menacing. Now this kit features 5 LEDs that fit snugly in the upper grille of your truck. The lenses are shaped to fit the rectangular openings in the grille themselves, and they mount from behind, so they fit about as seamlessly as they possibly could, and really they look like they could have been there from the factory. Now the lenses in this kit, as you can hopefully see, are smoked, and since they sit pretty deep in the grille, that means they will blend in. But the LEDs inside ensure that you get plenty of output. Speaking of, inside you'll also find a sort of corrugated or fluted pattern and a super bright amber LED. Now that's going to combine for a lot of lighting output and a softer edge to the light itself, so these aren't going to be like little laser beams. So that means you'll get plenty of output, but you're not going to end up blinding oncoming traffic. It's just the right amount of light to make your truck stand out and look a little bit cooler. And while these aren't supposed to illuminate anything specifically, it will make it easier for your truck to be seen out on the street or trail, since they are accent or marker lights. And the LEDs inside mean that they're plenty bright and have a long lifespan. They also come with connectors pre-installed to help make installation about as easy as possible, but more on that in a few moments. The actual housing of the light is made completely from polycarbonate, which is the standard material you will find on pretty much all automotive lighting nowadays. The housings are weather sealed to keep out dirt and moisture, and like I mentioned, everything comes pretty much ready and set to go with the heat shrink on the wiring and connectors already done for you. And inside, of course, you'll find those powerful LEDs which have just the right amount of output and a nice long lifespan. Pricing comes in at about $60, which makes this kit a really affordable modification. Now, I'm always a fan of anything that can make a functional or aesthetic difference for $100 or less. So if you like the look of this and want a little extra flair for your Silverado's front end, this is money well spent. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you about 30 minutes to complete. The lights just screw right into the back of the grille, and most of the wiring is done for you. You just need to root it, plug in a fuse tap, get power and ground, and you're set to go. And to show you that process step by step right now, let's hand things over to one of our AT customers.
First, you're going to need either the clip removing tool for the plastic valance that sits on top of your grille under the hood. Alright, I'm going to use a flathead screwdriver. I'll show you the way to do it. It's very simple and easy. You're also going to need a T15 star wrench or driver that you can use on that. I have a drill. Like I said, I'm going to go above and beyond. There are drill holes in the kit into the amber light housing. I'll show you that as we go. I always wear gloves because I work as a professional Monday through Friday, so I just want to show you guys how to do it and stay clean at the same time. Screws. I have another extra driver just in case it's needed. A drill bit that I'll show you where we're going to drill a hole. You can do this, like I said, without drilling. I'm just going to go above and beyond. Once again, I do have a work light for some tiny places just in case it's needed. A pencil to mark things, electrical cutters. This drill bit came out of my kit here. Extra zip ties. I have small and large. I'll show you why I have those, where I've already done some other modifications, and I just want to kind of include that all in one wiring harness. Then I have a fuse jumper so that I can plug the lights into the fuse that I want wherever I need it to be in the truck. That way it comes on when I want it. Shrink wrap for the electrical connections, and also some splice wire terminals just in case I decide to go that route. Like I said, I have more than needed. It's very simple. Double-sided tape would do the job. This is the actual kit. You're going to get all 5 of your lights. As I said, they have a housing, screw hole, and then the wiring harness that you would connect to your fuse panel. What I'm going to do now is remove this little thing. Of course, we open the hood to do this. I'm going to remove this little handle here, right here. This is what releases the hood, of course. So to do that, you take a T15, and there's just 2 little screws. We're going to take these 2 screws out. I have a little tray here that I use to hold all my parts and pieces, obviously, for when I'm working on something right here by the hood, because I don't want anything falling under the engine, right? So I'm going to put that there. Those 2 screws then release this. It just slides right off, and it's going to go over here with them. This part's done. That has to be done in order to take this fascia out. So I'm going to take the flathead. This is also where you would use a clip remove tool. But I'm going to take the flathead. I'm going to start with this clip. And you just kind of pop it up like such. Once it gets halfway up, you'll hear a little clip. That's where it clips into itself, and then you can just remove the whole thing. You'll see it's like a 2-stage clip. Okay, you do that all the way around. They're all done, they're all there. I'm gonna set my driver there as well. That way when I need it, or I can move that to a safety table if I want to. This whole piece, as you see, it just slides straight up and out. And there you go. We're gonna move on to step 2. Step 2 is marking where you want your lights to go. It's a 5-light package. So the LED amber lights, there's 5 total. I'm obviously gonna start in the center, okay? I'm gonna do, on my truck, I've seen many people put them many different places, but I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just the 5 center slots on the top of my grill above the bow tie. First thing I would do at this step is you're gonna find your center point on your bow tie. There's a little ledge there. It's easy to see. And I'm gonna mark behind it this fascia right there, right in the center, as much as I can, as perfectly centered as I can. Then I'm gonna move to this one. Same thing. You can tell the way the grill is shaped. It kind of gives you a guide as to where the center spot is. So I'm gonna, once again, I'm eyeballing it. If you wanted to use a measuring tape to make sure you're dead center, you could. The light itself is about 1.5 inches wide, so I don't really feel the need for it to be perfectly centered at night. I think it's gonna look really well, being where I put it, okay? Then this last one, same thing with the way the grill is shaped. It's kind of easy to find center. You just do that and mark that as well. So now I'm going to this side, marking center, just like I did on the other side. And there's little markers on here, like little round spots and lines. Use that as your guide points. That's what I did when I was looking at it, to find where I think center is. All right, spots are marked. Let's get to putting some spots there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the holes. I've got my drill ready, got everything ready to go. I have my mark, and I'm just gonna hold it as steady and as level as I can. The first hole is done, and I'm just going to continue doing that all the way across. The reason I did this is there is a fascia of plastic on top of the metal. All I want to do is get to the metal. There is a spot on the back of the light that has an extension piece. It's round, and the cables run through it. So this way I can run that there, and the cable's back, and the extension spot works there, so that when I screw into the plastic that is right here, will work good. And it should hold it in place very strongly. All right, as you can see, I got my holes done. What I'm gonna do now, here's 2. I'm just gonna focus in on them at the moment, show you how I'm gonna get this in there by drilling a little bit more of this fascia. The fascia is attached to the metal frame on the top part of the grill. I don't wanna go through the frame at all. I just wanna do it in the plastic. What I've got going on here is the 2 holes where that housing of the light sits. What I'm gonna do is now put a channel on the bottom part of these holes that I have drilled, just in the plastic. Once again, I'm gonna put a channel there, go down, so I can run this cable down and the light will sit in as such. Starting out slowly, obviously, like I said, we don't wanna go to the metal, and you gotta be careful with your grill. As soon as you hear metal, back off, do the other smaller hole. This drill bit is nowhere near the size of the first one, so it's just gonna create us a little channel is all we're doing. You just gotta take your time, be careful, and watch what you're doing. Just a little bit more and I'm through this spot, and there we go. I can move my drill bit up and down. I have a perfect channel. Nothing else was damaged and everything's done. I'm just gonna repeat that on the rest of the holes, and we'll move on to the next step after that. Okay, moving on to the next step, which is the actual mounting of the lights. This is the first light we're gonna do. I've already put these screws in the screw holes, like I was saying, the guide screws, and they are number 4 by 1 inch. Small screw, because this is a small hole, just to go through, and it's just for mounting it and keeping it stable. Next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take and guide this through where the light goes, reach under here, this part right here that's open, beneath the grill frame, fish my line through, bringing the whole thing into where it needs to be. All right, as we're fishing it through the front, you can see I have the screws in here, not fully in, because this recessed area behind it right here will be sitting in the spot that I drilled right there and where the cable channel's down. So we're just gonna slide this over, put it in that channel that I made right there with the drill, and hold it in place. Take the screw gun, and it's just a matter, just slowly start drilling into the plastic. That's all there is to it for mounting. Now just got to do the other side for the other screws, starting slow, and then work your way in. And there you go. We're gonna move on to this next light right here. Okay, so basically everything's done. They're all mounted. I tested it. Looks great when you crank the vehicle. I have already started putting everything back in reverse, obviously. The wiring harness is plug and play. I didn't think you needed to see that in the video, so I put it together. I ran it under along this side and with this loom right next to it, where I have already connected other accessory lights. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna finish this up, and then when we come back, I'm gonna crank the truck and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so it's all done. Hood's down. Yeah, I love how you can't necessarily see them unless you really look for them because of everything, the way this truck is built in the front, the shape of the grill. Let's get in and turn it on. I hope you can see in the video what I'm seeing. All 5 lights mounted and working. Looks great.
That's going to wrap it up here for our review and install of the LED grille lights in amber, fitting 2020 and newer Silverado 2500s and 3500s. Thanks so much for watching, and for everything Silverado, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.